Hello again, everybody. Trend Capture Day Trader here again with the market action in the Euro for Friday, August 20th. My apologies for not posting videos the last couple of days, but I've got this new software and I'm kind of struggling. Not with the mechanics of the software itself, but the process of uploading it to YouTube. So hopefully this time it'll work for us. Over here, I've got some of the parts of the system that you should read as we go through the action from Friday. So let's get right into it. We start trading at 3:30 a.m. and the first short was at 3:54, 28.23. That was 7 ticks from the trigger down to the low. Our next two shorts were really nice. We had a short at 28.10 right here. That was good for 26 ticks from the trigger to the low. And then not more than 5 minutes later, we had another short trigger at 27.92 for 31 ticks. After those two trades alone, the majority of traders would be done for the day. So we're looking at, about an hour of trading, and most people would be done for the day. Here's an example of an emergency exit. We had a short at 27.65. The next bar was up. Higher close than the trigger bar. Therefore, that's an emergency exit. That was a loss of 2 ticks. The very next bar, you had another short trigger, and that went for 23 ticks from the trigger to the low. You'll find that the emergency exits might get a little obnoxious to you, but they're a necessary evil. And as you trade this system longer and longer, you will treat them as your best friend, and you will follow every single one of them. Here's a short at 27.30. Once again, an emergency exit. A loss of 2 ticks. You can see if you hadn't, you would have ultimately been shorted out at our 5-tick initial stop. So it saved you some cash right there. 27.36 was the next short. That was good for 26 ticks from the trigger all the way down to the low. Here we have an emergency exit, a short at 27.18 right here. The next bar was up, and then the very next bar was another short that was good for 21 ticks from the trigger to the low. If you notice a pattern here with some of these emergency exits too, is that if you get another signal immediately after the emergency exit, typically it's a nice one. Here was a short 27.12 and emergency exit 3 ticks. Here we have a long from 27.05. That was good for 8 ticks. That would have taken you out of your first position at 5 ticks, giving you a 5-tick profit on your first lot, and your second and third would have been stopped out at break even. Here's a short at 26.94. That was good for 10 ticks. Once again, that would have gotten you out of your first lot, moved your stop up to break even, and your second and third lots would have been stopped at break even. So once we get our stop to break even, we've got a guaranteed winner. That's why to me, that's the most important part, is to get my stop to break even as quickly as possible. This was good for 6 ticks, this long trigger here. Then we had another emergency exit right here. That was a loss of 2 ticks. Here we had a long that was good for 8 ticks from the trigger to the high. Ultimately, you would have come down and stopped out the second and thirds right there. Your second and third lots at break even. Went through a transitional period here. This was the only 5-tick stop out on Friday. It was a short at 26.90. It went with us for about 4 ticks. Couldn't get us to our 5-tick break even. 5-tick first out, and then moved the stop to break even. So we ultimately took a 5-tick hit on that one. That was only our 5-tick loss on Saturday. Here we have a long at 26.96. The next bar is down. That is an emergency exit. And then immediately afterwards, once again, we get another long, and that was good for 12 ticks from the trigger to the high. And that would have been good to get you out of your first and second positions. Here's a long that would have gotten you for an emergency exit with the lower close. That was 2 ticks. And coming up on the last 3 trades of the day, this was a short from 26.93. That was good for 9 ticks. And then a short from 26.86. That was good for 8 ticks. And to finish out the day, we had a short at 26.81 with an emergency exit, a loss of 2 ticks. But you can see it would have gone against your short dramatically. So once again, the emergency exit saves you from losing more money than you needed to. I am going to try and do the videos for both Monday and Tuesday, get those up here. If you're interested in the free trading room, feel free to send me an email at tradecapture@gmail.com. TRADECAPTURE@gmail.com. And I will do my best at sending you a link and a password so that you can come into the trading room. It's free. And I'll give you a couple of weeks to check it out and see this system live and in action. We trade from 3:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. on the euro. We're not trading the ES yet because the ES is still a work in progress. I'm also working on the T-bond contract as well. So that being said, I look forward to seeing some more of you in the trading room. Have a good day and good luck on your trading tomorrow.